Hello, I'm Hema Venkateshwaran and I teach visual arts in elementary school. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. COVID-19 has had a dramatic impact on the way students will learn and teachers will teach during this home-based learning period. And my mission as an art teacher is to put minimum stress on the resources at home and turn to more sustainable ways of creating art with the students. So the reasons really being is that not everybody has art materials at home or the range of medium and tools that we normally have in an art studio back in school. And another reason is I believe that there's enough inspiration at home. All you have to do is look for it and explore possibilities. So I'd like to share with you this idea of loose parts play. I'm a big advocate of this particular approach, and this idea was first created in 1972 by an architect called Simon Nicholson, and he described loose parts as materials that you could find in a child's environment. They are open-ended materials. So these could be natural, they could be man-made. Natural materials would be things like twigs and leaves and shells and seeds and pods and things like that. And man-made materials would be like blocks, maybe a collection of buttons or recyclable materials. Many institutions, many educational settings around the world employ this particular pedagogy. And basically loose parts are things again that they can be moved, they can be carried around, they can be arranged, designed, they can be put together and taken apart in multiple ways. And when students engage in loose parts play, they engage in creativity and critical thinking. And because they need to do a fair amount of problem solving while creating with unfamiliar materials, so there's a planning, decision making, problem solving, and all of those competencies that are employed in the process. So what then are loose parts at home for our students in this time? So I said, what does everybody have at home? And why not use clothes? So clothes as a medium and as a tool to create collages, because they're open-ended and they can be manipulated in many different ways. This is an elephant made out of a blanket, a colorful blanket that I had at home. A couple of cushions, in fact 4, one for the tummy, of course you want to make it nice and plump. To twist one end of the blanket to make the trunk, and then there is the tail. And most children in elementary will be familiar with this because of the story Elmer and the elephant, or Elmer and his friends. Over here I have used a yoga mat as a canvas. This is a Kandinsky inspired composition made out of scarves, just by rolling them into circles and then layering them. The best thing is you can change those color combinations if you like, and if you're not happy with it. Unlike paint, once you paint it, you really can't undo these things. You can also make them into squares if you like. So it's pretty open-ended still. And beautiful colors come together to create this lovely composition. You can make human figures out of jackets and trousers, socks, gloves. And something like this could easily be animated using stop motion. So again, the possibilities are huge. I'm not able to show the animation right now, but I might try it later. Okay, and here there's a forest of flowering trees made out of t-shirts, shirts. Some of these prints might be familiar to you. This is like perhaps a sakura forest, or just flowering trees in the forest. Again, you can change it around. You could make it all slanting to one side, showing that there's a wind. That's sustainable art for you. You don't have to keep it this way. You take a photo of it, and then that's your art piece. And then stuff can go back into the cupboards after that. Well, this one's called Cats on the Roof. I've used a scarf for a background and a folded up shirt for the moon, some socks for the cat, and a shawl to make maybe a building in the wall. Yeah. I'm sitting on. So I created a couple of videos that I would share with my students, and they will serve as ideas or models of what the possibilities are, because the reason I decided to do that is because really in normal school setting we would have children would be able to manipulate the materials and engage with them even before planning and their pieces, art pieces. So without much ado, I'd like to share these videos with you, and I'm really excited to see what students will come up with and where they take it from there, and I look forward to seeing their creative pieces.